Now, urban culture has had a bigger influence on black people than church culture.
Yes.
Why is that?
So I grew up with Tupac in Baltimore. A lot of you all in California lying, acting like he's from LA. He's from West Baltimore.
Let's go.
He went to the Baltimore School for the Arts.
Wow.
And what a lot of people don't know is he went to Clark Atlanta University for a semester.
I didn't know that.
I know it. So we came down together. I went to Morehouse. He went to Clark. We got to homecoming.
Hold on.
Yes.
You got to just let's reset a little bit, because you sound like we went to school together, but you like we came down. Hold on, what's the extent of you and?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to tell you.
Please,
I'm
this is
getting ready
great.
to tell you. Yeah, so he went to Clark for a semester. I'm at Morehouse. Digital Underground came and performed. He volunteered to be a roadie and dropped out of Clark, and that's how he got into LA. That's the real story.
You hear it here first, guys. You hear it here. That's incredible.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So
and I'm a Tupac fan.
So when Digital Underground came to Clark for homecoming, he rapped for them, trying to get on, and they said, "Come on and travel with us."
As soon as we done, I'm calling Shaka Zulu
Call
and the
him.
whole family, because I'm gonna tell them how y'all went to Clark and nobody ever said Pac was Clark Illuminati. That's crazy.
Yeah, they need to give him an honorary degree.
Yes.
Yeah. What was you asking me? We got lost in
I'm
Tupac.
sorry. I'm like, that was so good.
Yes, but he was a prophet. So
Yes.
a lot of people disconnect because of the gangster motif on Death Row Records, but he was raised by Black Panthers.
Yeah, I knew that.
So the Black Panthers gave him that sense of consciousness, that sense of community awareness. That's where it is that he got all of his reading, his books, his philosophy. He got in with Suge Knight, and so the tension of black men. Is it to be a revolutionary or is it to be a hustler? And that fight is in every black man in America.
Yeah.
On which one do you pull? So it's keep your head up.
Yeah. It's both. Yeah, you're right.
It's both of those. And so when he took on the role of priest in the film, he never came out of character.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Bishop. You said priest. Yeah,
Yes.
Bishop. Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, so he adopted that character.
Yeah.
He was an actor at School for the Arts. Yeah. And so he adopted that full thing, wearing the bandana. The whole thing came out of that character, and he stayed in it. So that's why people think he's from LA.
So when you come down to Atlanta, is being a part of the church your thing, or you just trying to figure out what you want to do? Was that always the goal?
When I went to Atlanta, I'm gonna show my age.
Yeah.
I went to Morehouse only because Dr. King went there.
Of course.
Wasn't no website. Wasn't no pamphlet. I didn't know what Morehouse looked like.
Yes.
I just knew Dr. King went there.
And I knew School Days was filmed there.
And I knew School Days was
rooted
Let
on
me tell
it.
you a funny story.
Yep.
So I had a part in the middle of my head from School Days. I used to play the trumpet.
Oh, me too.
Did you?
Yes.
Anthony, listen.
Rocki,
I'm calling you my Rocki. I knew we was connected.
right there. Yeah.
From 4th grade, my whole life.
Really?
Yep.
I was from 6 to 12.
Trumpet.
Playing the trumpet.
You know, it was a trumpet player,
And I was
right?
first chair.
You was playing the trumpet?
I wish. No musical, nothing.
So let me
Quincy
tell you
Jones.
this. Wait a minute, you messing up the
Go ahead,
trumpet
go
story.
ahead, tell us.
So let me tell you this. So I got to Morehouse. There was no jazz band.
Oh, man.
So they just wanted me in the marching band. I couldn't put the uniform on.
I feel you. They're
So
very
I dropped the
uncomfortable.
trumpet there.
Why?
Why?
Why you couldn't put the uniform on?
No, it wasn't for me.
They put you in the straightest, ugliest, most
wasn't for me.
colorful with all the tassels.
Add to the ensemble.
I couldn't wear the top hat. It was messing up my whole vibe. So
I love that.
You know what's crazy? The first trumpet my parents ever got me was a Desi Gillespie.
No way.
So I was the only person in band with the horn
where
going
is
up
it?
like that. I don't have it anymore.
You gotta find it.
I wish I could.
It's not at your parents' house.
No, life happened.
My mother was raised in cottage projects. Yeah, my grandmother taught at the Graham School. You're not from there. You lived.
But she lived there. But
I got it. You a transplant.
But Yonkers, if you was in the Bronx and you made it to Yonkers, you made it though.
Yes,
that's the important part.
Yeah. So my grandmother taught at the correctional school. That's how I met DMX. That's how I met the Onyx.
Yeah.
Is my grandmother was their teacher.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
true story.
crazy.
Yeah, taught DMX how to read. at
Really?
the Graham School.
She probably responsible for some of them raps he wrote.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
he taught
yeah.
him-
So, you know, Mary J is from Yonkers.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Yonkers was the epicenter. Devin be thinking I'll be making all this stuff. Yeah, so it's the epicenter of a lot of Uptown records. Come on, Ray. I mean,
Listen, I'm in it. I
That's
love
what
it.
you do.
I got 3 more questions, but
All right,
the
come
most
on.
important one to me is how you obviously have your finger on the pulse. Like I would call you like a cool teacher. Like, you know, like you had them teachers, them pastors that are like, oh, he's just a pastor, but you a cool pastor. How do we get, I've had Brian Michael Cox on the show, and he said the reason why black music is suffering so bad is because the black church is not involved in the black talent anymore. And as I'm talking to you, and as time has went on since then, I'm realizing how much the church infrastructure is no longer affecting our culture, right? And for me, I'm asking you, like, what can we all do, and how can we bring urban culture and church culture back together? Because right now, our community is out of order because God is not the head of it. Money is at the head of our community.
Yeah, so it ain't the community's job, it's the churches. So I don't care if you Baptist, AME, Pentecostal, Apostolic. When the preacher finishes preaching, in any of them denominations, the preacher says one line, the doors of the church are open. And the mistake the church makes is we say the doors of the church are open and we wait for the community to come in.
Yeah.
But when the doors of the church are open, the community is waiting for the church to come out. So it's the church's responsibility to infiltrate the community.
Yeah.
And say, this is what it is that we have. The church has the best product.
Yeah.
We just have the worst marketing.
So how can we, people like myself, communities, how can we bring our communities to, like, how do we do it? Like, what can we organize? Because we are out of order in the black community. If God was at the head of our community, we wouldn't be having these conversations about money over everything. We would understand people over everything, but we're putting money, and that's why I think it's so out of order. So,
And how do you do it without being a member of a specific church? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't go to church. So it's like, how do you even get that information and do stuff outside of it if you're not in there?
You find everything else you want online.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nordstrom don't have what you want. You don't give up on shoes.
Yeah, no, I got you. But I'm saying, so what do you believe that when you say the doors are open and what the members go out and do, like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I think it is offering what those services are. So and the church has to be doing something to offer.
yeah.
So I can invite you, you got a girlfriend that got a boy, and say, hey, I was with Jamal Bryant today. He said they got a rites of passage for your son. Take him. I bring her son through that rites of passage. She coming.
Yep.
Without ever hearing me preach.
Period.
With knowing what I offered her boy, she coming in there. Yeah. So the key is the church has got to be able to offer something and do something rather than just have church. What do you have in terms of service?
Bonus question, because I said 3, but bonus question. Do you guys at New Birth have a program that teaches about financial literacy?
Yes.
Okay.
And entrepreneurship.
Oh, man.
So
if you ever need me to come talk, anything, I love to support. I wish you was on the south side, man. If you're on the south side, we'd be best friends. You're on the east side, man. That's so far. Shut up.
But you don't tape your podcast on the south side.
Well, I tape it in Buckhead because there's a straight line.
But you don't. I'm saying you drive to what you want.
You're right. I'm gonna come see you.
Yeah, come on.
I have to.
We only talk about driving being an inconvenience when it comes to church. We will go anywhere.
Shut up. That's why I said, you got the congregation already here, like,
listen.
amen.